Hello, Diane. I'm John. I'm here with Steve, who is going to do your orientation for you. So we'll show you everything you need to know about the wolf pup, and away we go.
Hello there. All right, so here is your wolf pup. Right here we have your awning. You do have the rain pitch adjustment on either side. To do that, you just simply push in on the awning arm and tighten this nut here. And that will deflect the rain off of either side of the awning. Now before you go to retract your awning, you will want to make sure that these nuts are loose on both arms before you retract it, so that when you run the awning in, it does not potentially bend your awning arms. Alright, down here we have your leash latch for your friendly little pets to hook up to. And then right here we have one of your stabilizer jacks. Now you have one of these on all four corners. You have a wrench in the front compartment, which I'll show you in just a moment. You will run these down to stabilize the unit. They are not designed to level it and pick it up off the ground. Most of that will be done with your tongue jack. So you'll just run these down to stabilize the unit for you. Alright, out here you do have hookups for TV. If you decide you want to have TV outside, 110 outlet that is ran off of GFI, and the reset for that is inside. And I'll show you where that GFI reset is at. Your TV mount right here. So you can plug in right over there. Same thing on this side of your awning arm. It's got that adjustable nut on there that you want to make sure is loose before you run that awning in and out. Here's the other front jack. We got other two on the same exact location on the other side. Inside here we have your power cord. This will be the end that will go into your unit, and this will be the end that will go to your power source. This is that jack handle for running your stabilizer jacks down. And right here we have your starter bucket. Inside the starter bucket you're going to get a sewer hose, a freshwater garden hose, some wash and wax, a sponge, some RV toilet paper, some black tank sanitation tablets. And if you don't have a 30 amp hookup for your power cord, it does come with a 15 amp adapter to plug into your normal household outlet. Also inside here there is a little cargo light, and that just has a little push button right on the inside, right in the center of the light. Turn that on and off.
Oh, and then down here we also have a LP quick connect. So if you've got a grill or something, you can hook that right into this, and that'll run right off your LP tanks.
All right, again with your compartment door here, you have a key, and I'll show you which key operates that, but you do have this latch on here. You want to remember to loosen that before you shut that compartment door, so you don't risk breaking that when you go to shut it. All right, here you do have your manual tongue jack. This will be your main source of leveling when you detach from the vehicle for leveling the unit. So you level the unit with this by adjusting it up and down as you would for taking it off the ball, and then run your stabilizer jacks down. Propane tank, single 200 pound propane tank here. This is full and ready to go, just like barbecue grill, on off right here at this valve. So all you got to do is twist it, turn it on, twist it, turn it off. All right. Right behind that you do have your battery. You do have a battery disconnect, which I'll show you where that is located. So you don't have to necessarily take the battery off the unit if you don't want to. You can just hit that disconnect when you go to store this thing or not use it for a period of time. Also up here on the front, we do have a safety breakaway cable that will attach to the rear of your vehicle, separate from the safety chains, but at the same point. What this does is if for whatever reason the trailer were to come detached from your vehicle, it would yank on this safety brake cable, engaging the brakes on the wheels and stopping your trailer from rolling away on you. Alright, right around the corner here we do have your hot water heater. This is a steel tank, so you do have this rod here, which is also your plug. This is called an anode rod. It's got this little circle right here in the center of that, if you can see that. Once this rod gets down to about that size, that's when it is time to replace this. Usually, typically people replace this about once a year, depending on how frequently they use the hot water heater. So this rod will go right down here into this hole. Right now the tank is drained because this is winterized. So for dewinterizing it and filling your hot water heater full of water, all you'll simply do is insert this rod into here, tighten that up, hook into your city water, which is right here, turn that water on, open this pressure relief valve, and then on the inside you have two valves located directly behind this hot water heater, which is underneath the bed. Right now those valves are pointed away. When you go to dewinterize this, you want to point those valves towards the hot water heater to allow water into the system. After the system is filled the hot water heater up, water will come out to here, letting you know that it's purged most of the air out of the system and your hot water heater is full and ready to go. You go ahead and shut that and use all of your water fixtures like normal. Sorry, one last thing down here is you do have your on and off switch for the electric side of your hot water heater on that toggle switch there. That's for the electric side only. Bring this back up here. This is your freshwater connection. You just put a garden hose right in here, and this is going to fill your onboard freshwater tank. So if you are somewhere where you don't have access to city water, which is just a garden hose port here, you can fill your onboard freshwater tank and get water to all your fixtures by running your pump. Right here, we do have your outdoor shower, hot and cold there. And then right down here where it says low point, we have your fresh tank drain. So when you want to go and drain your onboard freshwater tank for winterizing and or just to get the water out of there so it doesn't go stagnant, you just simply pull on this valve to drain the water out. Once it's all drained out, you go ahead and close that up and she is set to go. Also down here, located in the same area as the low point sticker are your low point drains. These are the valves that you would open during your winterization process to drain all of the water out of the lowest point in your water system. Here is your furnace exhaust. Nothing you have to worry about there. Just make sure you don't have that covered up with you running your furnace. Alright, here we do have your power hookup. This is where that end of that cord will plug in right here. Simple press in and then twist to lock it in place. You're set to go. Right here we have your sewer connection. So when you get to your dump site, you'll simply just want to remove this cap. Hook your sewer hose onto there, and you'll go ahead and pull this black valve first. This is for your sewage water. This is going to be coming from like your toilet. Once that is drained out, you can go ahead and pull that gray valve, and that's going to be draining like your kitchen sink in your shower. You want to do the gray second or last to help flush out your hose after you've been done draining your black water tank, just to kind of clean it out and get all the yucky stuff out of there. Once you're done with that, go ahead and close those valves up, take your hose off, put the cover back on, and you were good to go. Also right here in your rear bumper, you can pull these end caps off and slide your sewer hose in there so you don't have to stick it back into a bucket and put it in your front compartment. Alright, now we can get to your rear door here. On the screen door, you do have a latch handle right here. You're going to want to use that to release the screen from your door. If you do not, you just simply rip the screen from the door. You will start to wear out this little catch latch, and then every time you go to open up the door, your screen door will stay shut. Right now it is in good working order, so every time you shut and open the door, the screen will come with it. Alright, steps here are real simple. They just fold up into the door like so, and you have the little lock that holds your stairs in place. Before you fold your stairs up, you will want to make sure that you have your door all the way ajar so that the stairs do not hit on the bottom of the door and cause damage. Also, after you are leveled out, you have these adjustment pins right here to slide your legs in and out. And what that'll do is you'll want to adjust your stairs so that this part of the stairs is as flush with the threshold of the door as possible. If it is down too low, it'll put a lot of stress on this threshold, causing it to bend. And if it is up too high, it'll hit on the bottom of the door and can cause damage on your door. All right. Walk inside here. Right off the bat here, you do have your fire extinguisher. It's got a little push button on the top. Push that down, pops up, it's good to go. If that stays down, it's time to replace it. It's non-rechargeable, so you just simply replace that. Here we have your thermostat for your heater. It's all controlled by this white dial here. All the way left is in the off position. That shuts the furnace off. You turn it over, click it on, and then set your temperature by moving it back and forth. And then all the way over till it clicks is off. Inside your shower here, self-explanatory, hot and cold valves down there. Vent fan up here, manual crank out, and push button to turn that fan on and off. This light in here is also push button along with the rest of them inside. Right on the light itself. Turn that on and off. Here we have your toilet. On your toilet there, you push the pedal part of the way down. It's going to fill the bowl full of water all the way down. Well, flush it. Same thing with the vent fan in the bathroom. Manual crank, and then push button for the fan. All right. In here we have your refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator, so this will be running off battery power. As you are plugged in, that will also be sending power to the battery, which is running your refrigerator as well. Inside the fridge, I don't know if you can get that around here. You can press this button here to set the temperature at which you want your refrigerator to run, or simply hold it for 10 seconds to shut the refrigerator off. Same thing for turning it back on. And there's also a temperature adjustment inside the freezer as well. Right below the refrigerator here, this is your battery disconnect. So this is what you will turn to disconnect, which will not take any draw off that battery for storage purposes, or if you don't plan on using this for a period of time.
Now, since this has a solar panel on it, do you gotta have that disconnect on for it to be charging up with the solar?
Question. Yes, I do believe you do have to have that battery control on in order for the solar to charge the battery. And then right above that is going to be your LP propane detector. As long as there's power to the unit, there is power to that. And that will let you know if you have a propane leak. Right next to that is going to be your power converter. This has all your breakers for your 110 volt side and all of your fuses for your 12 volt side. Alright, up and to your right, my left, we do have your TV bracket for mounting a TV inside, and all of your TV hookups up here on the ceiling. As far as your dinette here, this table, just simply lift up, remove these bars, store them wherever you see fit, and below these cushions here, you have these wooden slats which this table will set onto to turn this area into a bed. And the table just sits right back on there. And it's back into a table. Your windows here has got the latch. You just simply pull out to slide the window back and forth. And your blinds are push-pull from the center. Over here to the right, on your stove top here, you simply just turn the dial to high. You have to have this switch on, illuminating your knobs here, and then you push in to ignite the stove top. So I'm gonna turn the propane on. And then you can adjust it high or low. If you do not have this switch on, it will not strike the igniter. Switch on will strike the igniter. Keep this down for travel so it does not break on you. Up here you got a switch for your stovetop light and a fan switch. Microwave, that is just like your typical household microwave, nothing too crazy or fancy there. Directly above here on your ceiling you have the controls for your air conditioner, temperature setting here, and then this knob for high cool, low cool, and to operate the fan on the air conditioner only. Alright, in this cupboard here we have your manuals along with a sewer hose adapter and the other half of your TV mount bracket. So if you only have one TV, you can remove it from the inside one and put it on the outside one, just simply using this one bracket here. Right above my head here we got your smoke detector that is ran by your 9-volt battery. That is just like your typical household smoke detector there. Over here we have all your level indicators and awning switches. Starting from the bottom right, this is the control for your awning, extend and retract. You'll just want to run that awning out until you see that little rain flap drop, and that's when you know your awning is extended to all the way out. Right here we have your water pump switch. So if you are not hooked into a city water source and you want to pull off your onboard freshwater tank, you simply turn this water pump on and it'll pull water from your onboard freshwater tank and provide water to all of your fixtures inside. This switch here is for the gas side of your hot water heater. As long as you have your propane on, you just simply flip the switch on and it will ignite the igniter on the propane side of your hot water heater. If for whatever reason it does not ignite, this little light will pop up right here next to this fault, FLT, letting you know that the furnace stick or the hot water heater did not ignite. You just simply turn it off, wait approximately 30 seconds, and try again. Right here we have the switch for your awning lights. This is going to control the blue LED lights on the awning along with the lights on the speakers in the ceiling. And this convenience light is a light right over above the sewer hookup outside. You can turn that on so you can kind of see what you're doing if you are dumping at night. Right here we have these little buttons. These are for your level indicators. For this one on the left is going to be for your battery, and up here it'll show you've got full charge on the battery. And then it'll also show the levels of your tank. So we got fresh. Right now it is empty, black, empty, and gray, empty. As they will fill, each light will light up indicating whether you're at a third, 2/3, or full. And then right here you do have a battery voltage meter letting you know what your battery charge is at. Right now we are plugged in, so it's showing 13.7 volts. It's letting us know that the battery is currently being charged as we are plugged in. Once you unplug, you'll see that drop down to approximately 12.7, 12.8, showing you the life of your battery. And then down here we do have your radio. It's got the HDMI hookup app for your phone to control it. This push button here to turn that radio on and off. Zone 1 is going to be your interior speakers, and Zone 2 is going to be your exterior speakers. USB port here on the wall. This is run through your 12 volt battery, so even if you are not plugged in, you will still have power to this. In order to have power to your outlet, you will need to be plugged into shore power. And then last but not least, your GFI reset right here. So if you were to trip one of those outlets that has this GFI sticker on here, this is where you will come to reset that. Right above that, this is also a USB port area, along with a charging docking station for a stereo. And access to that front cubby from the outside and from the inside. And then access to your hot water heater for dewinterizing it is going to be down there behind those panels on the floor. And that pretty much wraps everything up in here.
Perfect. Oh, and here we have this thing. Let's not forget about your sink and your water connections there, which we're not going to turn on because it's winterized. All right. Well, there you have it, Diane. If you have any questions, you can give me a call, 218-355-0623. Thanks, and enjoy your new camper.